Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's literally the foundation of our bodies, our bones. You might think bone health is something only older adults need to worry about, but that's a huge misconception. The habits we build today, right now, are what determine how strong and resilient our skeletons will be for the rest of our lives. We're going to uncover 5 key facts about bone health that might just change the way you think about your daily routine. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to building a stronger, healthier you from the inside out. So, grab a notepad, and let's get started on building a better framework for your future. First up, let's talk about the superstar of bone health, calcium. We all know it's important, but do we really understand why? Calcium is the primary mineral that makes up our bones and teeth, giving them their strength and structure. Think of your skeleton as a bank account. Throughout our childhood and up until about age 30, we're constantly making deposits, building up our peak bone mass. After that, we start making gradual withdrawals. If you haven't built up enough bone mass by then, you could be at a higher risk for fractures and conditions like osteoporosis later in life. So, how much do you need? The recommended daily intake for most adults is about 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams. But where do you get it? Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are fantastic sources, but they're not the only options. If you're lactose intolerant or plant-based, don't worry. Dark leafy greens like kale and spinach, fortified foods like orange juice and cereals, and fish like sardines and salmon are all packed with calcium. For example, just 1 cup of cooked collard greens has over 260 milligrams of calcium. The common mistake is thinking you can just take a supplement and call it a day, but your body absorbs calcium much better from food. Plus, food offers a whole package of other nutrients. So, prioritize getting your calcium from a diverse, whole food diet to give your bones the best support possible. Now, let's move on to something equally important: what to avoid. We're talking about 2 major culprits that can silently sabotage your bone health: smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. It's no secret that these habits are bad for our overall health, but their impact on our skeleton is particularly damaging and often overlooked. Let's start with smoking. The chemicals in tobacco smoke disrupt the natural cycle of bone health. They mess with the balance between bone breakdown and bone formation, tipping the scales towards more breakdown. Smoking can also reduce blood flow to the bones, which hinders the delivery of essential nutrients. And for women, it gets worse. Smoking can lower estrogen levels, and estrogen is a key hormone that helps protect bones. Studies have shown that smokers have significantly lower bone density and a much higher risk of fractures compared to non-smokers. Then there's alcohol. While a single drink here and there is unlikely to cause harm, chronic heavy drinking is a different story. Excessive alcohol can interfere with your body's ability to absorb calcium and vitamin D, 2 critical nutrients for bone building. It also affects the production of hormones that protect your bones, similar to what smoking does. Think about it. If your body can't absorb the building blocks it needs, your skeleton weakens over time. Long-term heavy drinking is a direct risk factor for osteoporosis. So, making the conscious choice to quit smoking and limit your alcohol intake is one of the most powerful things you can do, not just for your heart and lungs, but for the very structure that holds you up. It's a long-term investment in your mobility and independence. Okay, let's get moving and talk about our 3rd key fact: the power of exercise. But not just any exercise will do when it comes to building bone. We need to focus on weight-bearing and resistance exercises. What does that mean? Weight-bearing exercises are any activities you do on your feet where your bones and muscles have to work against gravity to support your body weight. Think walking, jogging, dancing, hiking, or even climbing stairs. When you do these activities, you're applying stress to your bones. This stress isn't a bad thing, in fact. It's a signal to your bone-building cells, called osteoblasts, to get to work and lay down new bone tissue. It's the classic use it or lose it principle in action. Your skeleton literally remodels itself to become stronger in response to the demands you place on it. Now, let's add resistance training to the mix. This involves working against an external force, like lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even using your own body weight with exercises like push-ups and squats. Resistance training is incredible because it allows you to target specific areas. For example, squats and lunges strengthen the bones in your hips and legs, which are common sites for fractures. research from the Asterisk Journal of Bone and Mineral Research Asterisk has shown that even a moderate program of resistance and impact training can increase bone mineral density in key areas like the hip and spine. The goal is consistency. Aim for at least 30 minutes of weight-bearing activity most days of the week, and incorporate strength training 2 to 3 times per week. You're not just building muscle, you're forging a stronger, more resilient skeleton. Moving on to our fourth point, and it's one that's so simple we often forget it: hydration. How can drinking water possibly affect your bones? It's all about supporting the entire system. Our bones are living tissues, and they don't exist in a vacuum. They are cushioned by cartilage, connected by ligaments, and surrounded by synovial fluid in our joints, which acts as a lubricant. All of these connective tissues are largely composed of water. When you're dehydrated, your body has to pull water from wherever it can, and that includes the cartilage in your joints. This can lead to increased friction, joint pain, and over time, can contribute to wear and tear that indirectly impacts your bones. Furthermore, proper hydration is essential for nutrient transport. Water is the vehicle that carries calcium and other vital minerals through your bloodstream to your bones. If you're dehydrated, this delivery system becomes sluggish and less efficient. Think of it like a dried-up riverbed versus a flowing river. Nutrients can't get where they need to go without adequate flow. While water itself doesn't contain bone-building minerals, it is the essential medium that allows all the other processes to happen correctly. So, how much water should you drink? The old 8 glasses a day rule is a good starting point, but your needs can vary based on your activity level and climate. A simple trick is to check your urine color. Pale yellow means you're well hydrated. Staying hydrated is a foundational habit that supports everything from your joints to nutrient absorption, making it a quiet but powerful ally for your bones. Finally, let's talk about our fifth key fact: the crucial role of magnesium. While calcium gets all the glory, it can't do its job properly without its partner, magnesium. Magnesium is like the foreman on the construction site of your bones. It plays a vital role in converting vitamin D into its active form. And why is active vitamin D so important? Because it's the gatekeeper that allows your body to absorb calcium from your gut. Without enough magnesium, your vitamin D remains inactive, and no matter how much calcium you consume, it won't be absorbed effectively. You could be eating all the right foods, but if your magnesium levels are low, you're not getting the full benefit. But that's not all. About 60% of the body's magnesium is actually stored in the skeleton, contributing directly to the physical structure of bone crystals. It helps make your bones stronger and less brittle. Studies have shown a direct correlation between higher magnesium intake and higher bone mineral density. Low magnesium levels are linked to an increased risk of osteoporosis. So, where can you find this in Sung Hero? Thankfully, it's abundant in many healthy foods. Think nuts and seeds like almonds and pumpkin seeds, whole grains like quinoa and oats, legumes like black beans, and of course, dark chocolate. Just 1 ounce of almonds or pumpkin seeds provides about 20% of your daily magnesium needs. By ensuring you have enough magnesium in your diet, you're not just supporting calcium absorption, you're directly contributing to a stronger, more resilient bone structure. So, there you have it, 5 foundational facts to completely reframe how you approach your bone health. It's not about one single action, but about creating a holistic lifestyle. Prioritize those calcium-rich whole foods. Make the conscious choice to avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Get up and move your body with weight-bearing and resistance exercises. Don't forget the simple power of staying hydrated. And finally, remember calcium's best friend, magnesium, to ensure all your efforts pay off. Building strong bones is a marathon, not a sprint, and the habits you build today are your best investment for an active, mobile, and independent future. You have the power to build a stronger foundation for life. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found this information valuable and feel empowered to take control of your bone health. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. What's your favorite way to get calcium or your go-to weight-bearing exercise? Let me know in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.